Greetings, my loved ones. Let me take. Say, why you didn't do that before you came to the show? Greetings, good evening, good night, wherever you are. To all my loved ones out there. Give me a second. I'm going to cover my crown. Okay, I'm ready. Forgive me, my people. I want to ask the Lord for his protection and grace on every side. Oh Lord, I ask of you to protect all your loved ones, your collective family, your chosens, your star seeds, my collective family. I want to give thanks and shout out to my collective family, my ancestors, the ones that ride for us, our loved ones that's on the other side that watches over us. I thank you for the spirit that you gave me to rise, and my spirit to rise against negativity on all sides. Oh Lord, I thank you for blessing me to be able to speak, to help my people to see that God is always in us. And he told us to rise above our enemies. Ashe. And return to sender in every way. All right, so here I go. I'm your queen. This is me, your earth angel. This is the Swayam. So I came to talk to y'all to give a few words. Hope you can see me clear. So I have a few words that I want to share. It's called, the title's called Message. Message. So I wrote some things down. Hold on. This is not Bible studies. Where did I put it at? Just give me a second. I want to share something with my people. Just bear with me. You know how you have something already put out and you already know I had everything set. It's in my notebook. So I had it to the page I wanted to go to. And as soon as you go to find what you're looking for, something else mysterious happens. Okay, close. God help. Okay. Here I am. I don't need this. I'm going to just talk to you like this. My crown is protected. And so am I. Okay, so I want to start the message off like this. Before I get into that, I want to say thank you for being patient with me. And I also appreciate each and every one of you if you watch me, because they mess with the numbers and things like that, make me think that nobody's watching. But if you can hear me, please listen to my words, pass it around. If it's helpful to you that you can hear my voice so people can hear, let them hear so they'll be able to speak. Times is changing. Not just times, but we're leveling up. Leveling up. So I got to talk slow. So sometimes when we talk fast, our words don't come out right. Our conscience is raising. Some of us know, a lot of us don't. The majority of us won't know. To be consciously, to be in tune. I can't stress it enough, my ones, my beloveds. You have to put yourself first. There's so many things that is happening. This is a spiritual warfare happening at this time. I'm going to say it again. It is a spiritual warfare happening at this time. What that means is, because a lot of people don't know what that means your own spirit, whatever spirit you hold, or whatever ones you pick, is two. Let me do it for you. Two. See? I know, I put up my fingers. 1 and 2. Excuse me. We have two spirits that rest inside. One is dormant. When we come into this world, when you first come in, as babies, I'm going to keep it simple and basic. Because I pray for people to get me so you can understand what I'm saying. When we come in, we are pure. And when you get here, you're still pure. Until we get indoctrinated into learning about this world, which is through our parents. Before we get here, the world was created. It was already everything else that was already in place. The foundation of the world was already created. What we stand on, the land, right? We walk on the ground, we walk on the soil. We on earth, right? Okay. I'm just saying so you can follow me. Everything that's in place, the trees, everything that we could think of, the Lord made. Everything in front of that is a God that walks around this earth that says, I came to deceive and destroy, to kill and to lie. To indoctrinate filth and deceive the whole world. Let that marinate. I don't have to look like everything. Oh, you should look glamorous. You should be like this. Wisdom, knowledge, understanding, going through life challenges, learning life lessons doesn't have a face or a style. It's not something that you can put a dollar sign or you can put a picture or you can draw something with. It's something that you have internally. It's something that is you, is your essence. It's the things that you went through that makes you who you are. It's not the things that you got. It's not the job that you got. It's not how many things that you was able to attain, how many people you please, or how many people we help. To help yourself is to help our spirit to learn principles. It's levels to this journey. It's levels to it. So if the enemy came to deceive the whole earth, where would that enemy hide? My people. Where would the enemy hide? Do you think that it would look something different than you and I? What spirit would it have to use? Surely it would have to use a people that would have to say that you're my God. Who else would praise? It needs to be praised. It's the same as the divine. Your creator. We praise. It's two gods. You got to find a God in you to find out which one you're going to praise. Okay, so I'm going to explain it to you. We have two spirits inside of us. We have the spirit of this world, which is our fleshly feelings, where we could touch, see, and feel, where we could taste and see with our eyes the things that looks appealing, the things that taste good, or it gives us a thrill. Okay? Then you got people that goes a little deeper, that can see beyond the veil. Then you got, well, you still got your senses. You just use it a little bit. You just go a little bit deeper with it. The more you keep going to better yourself, the more we learn our challenges and our lessons, the do's and the don'ts. It's 1 and 2. You can use subtraction or addition. Either way, you can choose. If school worked for you, then use that. If mathematics work for you, use that in your life. Let that work for you. Sometimes you have to subtract things that no longer serve you or that you outgrow, things that no longer belongs to you. If something don't belong to you, give it back or dismiss it, whatever you need to do. Sometimes you got to do that. Find a way to find what fits. I'm just showing the way how to look at life, the things that seem harder for us to get. If the enemy came to kill and destroy, I gave some time. Think about where would it hide? I'm going to tell you, your schools, where we put our children. Who would they want to corrupt? Who would they need to disturb? To what I'm saying is, we could be our worst enemies. We have to choose. Everything in this world don't mean that you have to grab everything, you have to experience everything. But if the enemy came to deceive, surely it would go to where the goodness is at. I'm not saying that church and religion is evil. What I'm saying is evil hides there. Evil is there, wrapped with goodness, because good people, good-hearted people that just looking to be on the right track, to get their spirit in line, to learn how to have forgiveness, learn how to not to hold back, learn how to let go. And if we hurt anyone, do we know how to say, my apologies, I didn't mean that, and actually mean it. Sometimes people, as when we talk about chosens or star seeds, and they say, well, what's the difference? Those ones went through things and we learned life lessons that most people, most of us won't get to, because we don't take time to learn to love ourselves with entire purity. I had to learn, it's not all the way, but to constantly fall in love with yourself is what I'm saying. Look back at the things you've been through. You got to give yourself some credit. Only ones that don't is the ones that did not push themselves to go to the next level, to see if they can challenge themselves to be another, see something different. If you never get past a mark that you already came from, if you learn a lesson, once you learn something, well, for me, after I learn, I want to keep going. I want to do something else. After you learn something, you shouldn't have to keep learning a lesson that you already learned, unless you're not afraid of constantly getting burned. They will hide in the hospitals, anywhere where children can be talked to, hospitals, churches, whatever you want to call it, any part that you could think of, and high places. High places doesn't mean only tall, giant, humongous tall buildings. It's high places. It's people of power that sits in seats that can bring down towers for many people if they know who they're connected to. You better know who's you. You got two spirits in you. You could belong to the God of this world or to the God that created you. And we all can't get there. We have to come through this life. It's very hard. It's very challenging So I learned to not to make fun at people when they don't get it right. Because I too didn't get it right. I'm just like anybody else that's learning how to journey and function in this life. Is vast. It got a lot of things in it. It makes sense to focus on one thing that you can control, yourself. You should be able to control your mind to tell yourself which way you want to go. Usually, if we come in this world and we don't have a purpose, you don't have a goal, you just want a career, you just want something. It's nothing wrong with wanting, you should have a purpose. If you want to finish school for whatever the reasons we want to finish, I'm going to take my own advice. But I completed many life lessons. So I can learn them and tell people and help people understand the journey in this life. For this part, it's not over. It's still room for growth. But if you don't know which one of the enemies that rest inside you, those enemies sit next to you. They sit right beside you. Some of them sleep. They give you kisses and hugs and look inside your eyes and say, baby, I love you. Sometimes they're your kids. Sometimes they're your grandmothers and uncles. You got to know what spirit that we belong to. Everybody is our family, and everybody is not kinfolk because we have the same skin. Don't make us kinfolks. Make us relatives and sometimes distant. But what I'm saying is, once you know who you are, it's easy to see which one God that you serve and which one you want to be a witness for. The things that we cannot get on our own is what the Most High give us. Those things that we cannot do ourselves, but when you manifest and you think about some things that you couldn't see in yourself, but you just know it's obstacles, it's roads that I got to go through. Okay, so I'll give you one. Most of the time, falling in love. Usually we can't see, but when your spirit is in line with yourself, when you get your self-worth and you gain your own esteem, these are my words, so I used it this way. I know it's self-esteem, but when you get yourself and you get your own esteem, you are your own self. You can have your own esteem. Everybody has it if they know who they are. Everybody got a flare. You got something. Regardless of, I'm a fire sign. I'm an Aries. So I have my own flare. I believe everybody have their own. But most people say I'm different. I don't know. Are you from here? I dwell here. So, yeah, I guess so. What I would tell you is, this is how you would know who's who. So you can know who you are. If you know who you are and you measure your own self after you get past all the things that you couldn't remember and the things and the mistakes that we made, the choices, the love choices, the friendships, the things that we thought that would stay, and those are the things that will make us because these people was there for us. Surely they was here to stay. And as time goes, it's going to teach you that some is meant to go, some is meant to stay. But even if they go or stay, if you was made to stand by yourself and you watch life challenge you and put you in a bracket where life forced you or added up for you, or if you saw your life taking you down a certain road that led for you to be more independent after you had so much help, and then you saw yourself being more on your own or having more loads. Usually that's how that goes. You're not going to know what's happening. All you know is that things is coming to you, more responsibility. You have others, but the task was put to you. Did you rise to the call? The call is going to present itself and it's going to tell you if you're going to step up to it. If you ever in a situation where two people can do the same job or care for the same person or whatever it is, and you get a choice, and your choice is not, you got to be your own best choice. After you got to figure it out. if this is a good fit for me. Is it going to take away anything from me? Is it going to take away from anybody else? Am I hurting anybody? Find out what God you serve, because your spirit's going to tell you who you are, and it's going to tell on you. So this is why a lot of times we end up with many scars, because we come across the wrong one, each one that we offend. The level depends on, let me say it again, depending on the level of the hurt or disrespect or wherever it at, whatever level that's on, even if it's for the first time, the magnitude of that pain for each pain of a soul, the magnitude of that is double when karma comes back, especially if it's a soul that it wasn't called for, or it wasn't the right measure. Gotta be careful, because we feel some way doesn't mean we should react on every feeling, because our feelings could get us hurt by reacting. You can have feelings, but reacting on your feelings to cause or say or to do harm or damage, even if it was done to you, if you have your life and you can walk away, surely you could forgive. Walk away. It will make it stronger and better for you. It's not about the other person. It's just that you forgive so you can be able to see and let your heart still be open, so you can see it's not for everybody. It's just for the ones that deserve me. It's period. Don't change because somebody didn't deserve or they didn't treat you right. I was supposed to be broken. I thank God I'm still here. I still have my life. When things come against you in the spiritual warfare and you say, I don't know, I don't believe in that. You don't have to believe in it. But if the enemy came to deceive, where and what and when do you think, and whom do you think it would use if it's not you or me? What you think is a ghost somewhere? Or maybe it's hidden behind a tree. Or maybe you should look deeper, because everybody that say we serve the same, it is not the same. We don't have the same spirit. We don't carry the same energy. That's what makes it separate. Okay? Now I'm going to tell you, I said I had a message. Now the message is, I'm going to tell you about the demons. What are they, and what do they look for, and how do you know if you have them? If you don't know if you have them, then you cannot fight them, because you don't know what it is and what's the principles. Even if you spiritual, all spiritual beings are spiritual. We all are. We all are spiritual beings. It's just not all of us is awakened. We all got the same. We all come with different talents, I'm going to say. We come with different things, and some of them are called gifts. Your gifts is how you treat and use people as you go on your journey in life. How you treat yourself, how you treat others, the respect you have for yourself. Do you need to be liked by everybody? No, I don't care. I know that I love myself. I'm so in love. I'm so in love. It's a beautiful thing to fall in love with yourself. I recommend it. I recommend to have an overdose, to be in love with yourself. You can't have an overdose and die for loving yourself. That's not in a selfish way. Falling in love means that you will nurture your heart. You'll be careful of what you say. You don't want to offend anyone, but you want to tell the truth, because if pain hurts, then surely it's to change that one if you receive it that way. So these are the 7 princes. It's 9 of them. All right, Leviathan. Leviathan is a prince of envy. So for people, I'm going to read the attributes of what, when we say demons and spirits and demonic, you got to know it's a behavior. It's a behavior that comes with a force. And some of them, these forces and these spirits is not from here. They can be very disturbing and very hurtful. It's not a person. It can go to anybody. I'm telling you how to learn how to see. If you have any of these, you're on the wrong side. You need to pray to be on the righteous part of your side, to do better, to be better. It doesn't matter where you come from. It just matters if you want to challenge yourself to see your other version of yourself to do better. Leviathan, the prince of envy, towering over eternals, as his mouth is set to the hell gates itself. After the war in heaven, angels was cast out of grace for Lucifer. What that means is that you have some that works for that God, and they worship and call on the darkest angels that they can find to be able to get their way, to do certain things, to give them certain pleasures in life, certain jobs, certain leads, certain powers in this life. They call actors and movies, entertainers, all kind of things, and things that's just regular entertainers, regular working people, school teachers, even sons, even daughters. It's two gods. You better find out which God you serve. It towers over eternals as his mouth is said to the hell gates itself. After the war in heaven, the angels was cast out of grace for Lucifer. So when people call on these demons, and just like how we talk to the Lord, for the rest of us that understand the Creator is the creation of the order of the universe, we operate on a different system. Our God in heaven that speaketh within inside us. Awaken is called your intuition. It is your God-given self. It is where the Most High dwell. If you could find it, you would have to reach your higher self. If you never want to reach it, then never mind. You can't blame nobody else. Who you going to blame? Because you didn't learn life lessons to say, I can be better. I should want better for myself. If you with a gain or a ring or anything that tell you, keep a secret. This, whether secret societies or whatever the society is, and they tell it in our families and we say, keep secrets. You know that keeping secrets hurts, because at some point it's going to fester, no matter how long it is. When it comes out, some secrets, if it's not bad, then it wouldn't be a secret. Who's keeping good secrets? Good things. Well, some people do keep good secrets. They keep the good ones for themselves because it may be good for someone else, but it's bad for them, so they won't say it. Then where's the joy within you? So when it comes back, you're going to want somebody to feel happy for you, surely. If you take something away and you wish somebody else something that was meant for them, that was good, but you felt if it's good for them, it would be bad or evil to you. Learn to be happy for others so you can learn to appreciate whatever happens to you. Our life's supposed to be worth something. So listen, this is why if you have these spirits, and I'm saying, and if it's saying something to someone, then I'm talking to you. So, Mammon's the prince of greed. So people that have greed, that's the Mammon spirit that will give that person greed. So if you can identify a person's actions and their behaviors, what they care for, their intent, surely you'll be able to identify their demons. Prince of greed, he has wealth and power in exchange for human souls. Listen, a Mammon spirit is the prince of greed. He has wealth and power in exchange for human souls. Where is that one hidden that's around the world, that's hidden in plain sight? I'll wait. Okay. Give up? Okay, I'll tell you. Anything that got secrets to it. Any place where you have to be indoctrinated, you have to be joined in, you have to be initiated. You got to tap somebody else to say, is God here? Can I be a God witness? If you have to be jumped in, or you have to be part of a system or a curriculum to say that you need to take an oath, because otherwise you can't join. We need to know if we could trust you. You have to do our bidding for us. Surely it would have to use a being that has the same spirit that would bow down to the spirit. Okay? That means that once it bows down, it's submitted to the spirit. It would take out anything. It would deceive anybody. It would walk on anything, and anybody would crush you with a smile on your face. It would be gentle. It would know how to be manipulative. It had been taught a certain way. And they go and teach it to the rest of the world. Listen, it's not a color. They told us it was race. People get caught up on race. While you worrying about a skin, do you know that the spirits jump from person to person? So how can you then say, still continue to say, it's racism? It doesn't matter who started. It just matters what spirit you belong to, because whenever that spirit goes and you join into the things of this world, the things that will get you to be greed, to be enough, to exchange your human essence for other human souls. Azazel, prince of war, who laid with human women, and his offspring became a Nephilim. Azazel, prince of war, who laid with human women, and his offspring became the Nephilim. Let me continue. Belphegor. Belphegor is a prince of sloth, lord of fire, banished from heaven, remaining neutral during war. Now, this is a good one. Belphegor is a prince of sloth, lord of fire, that's banished from the heavens for remaining neutral during war. Listen, my people, my life is like everything I'm telling you. But listen, this could be anybody. But when God he can use anybody as an example. Nobody's spared. It could be any one of us. Why? Because we belong to the creation, and whichever creator that we want to bow down to. You could bow down to the God of this world, or to the creator that created you in your spirit, that gave you everything that we need. He gave us courage, tested us on the things that he knew that the enemy will bring to us, because it walketh around the world. So if you're in the world, you think you can't be tried. Once you tried and you tested and you're true, you have to back up and have to find another one. But if it ever walk up on you, find out who do you serve and who serves who. Azazel. Man. To stay neutral. No, I read that one. Belphegor, I'm sorry. To stay neutral. That's like, I'm going to give you an example. That's to see someone. You're a bystander. You're a person that can do something. You see the wrong, but you don't correct it. You stand there. You don't object to it. You watch. And you play both sides. And you just stand there and watch. You will watch a war then to stop something from feuding to be bigger. You wouldn't stop something from happening. That's the author of confusion. If you see those spirits, and some people got to have something toxic going on, they need some type of hypeness. They can't just have a regular peaceful life. It's too quiet. It's too gentle. I need some ruckus in my life. So when you need that, I need a rowdy girl, somebody that's going to yell and curse at me. I need somebody that's going to fight and be running and chasing after me. I need some noise. I need somebody that's calling the cops. I need somebody to say somebody's beating me. When you have a toxic type of love style or whatever kind of style that is that most of us grew up in, and when you don't come out of that, the deeper you go, your soul gets corrupted. Our soul gets corrupted. Why? Because it's feeding off of things that's low vibrational. It's not just the food we eat. We can eat healthy, but if the spirit is attached to the things that can alter the vibration of the mind's chemistry, usually those two things don't go together, because that means something is not aligned. When you start to be in line, you start to fall away and stop using certain things in yourself, or stop following certain trends that you left behind. Some things we're going to do, but we're going to outgrow them. We outgrow our shoes. Sometimes we outgrow our shoe size. We did it since our youth. We kept growing. Even if your feet stop growing and you stop growing in that size, do you stop growing mentally? Something still should be growing. Surely you should continue to evolve to be a better version, because when this life come at you, this is the way how to be able to see which way you're going to go, because whichever God you serve, that tells the story of how your life go. So you don't have to ask the Lord, how come this happened? Why this happened to me? How come I feel burnt? How come I'm not standing strong like a tree? How come things keep getting taken away? Because people like to take away things from people. Remember, the enemy is after the good ones. It's after the chosen. It was always that. I'm telling you, it was always that. It was never color. It was who had the light, and they didn't know. So they said, take out all the ones that has melanated skins, and they can be able to see. Who's the seers in this life? Or you stand there and you watch something happen and don't stop a fight or stop anything from escalating. Back murmuring, backbiting, all these things leads to people to be hurting. Fights, breakouts, uproars, things like that. It's not appealing. It's not safe. It's not gentle to the soul. But if you pick that side of that God, it's no love there. It will rob you of your soul. To tell you, it change the natural use of you being was human is to be kind, is to be able to have human feelings. You have to be able to have that. Once you join that side, and the darker you get, you have no soul, you have no heart. It doesn't allow you to have intelligence in that way. It allows you to be a deceive. You're going to use everything you have in the darkest way. Be careful who you stand by. Bell for God. These are the things, the people that stand and watch and won't do nothing and won't stop nothing from happening. If you're that person, you need to change that. You need to do something, because if you don't, you still get held accountable. It doesn't matter if the world holds you accountable or your friends. The essence, whatever you put out, your energy is going to circle. It knows everybody by its signature. So surely it will come back and it will hit you deep within. The measure that it goes, the deeper that you hurt anyone and not console that spirit or that soul while they're here, if you can, and you did nothing, then you have to obey the chains of commands, because then it goes to the highest court. Universal. And its principles, its levels to this. Asmodeus, prince of lust, he desires a mortal woman named Sarah. This is number 5, Asmodeus. And a jealous murder. Wait, let me read that correctly. All right. Asmodeus, prince of lust. Lust. Asmodeus. So if you have a lustful spirit where it makes you always horny and you get turned on, whether you're drinking anything to entice that spirit is that. When it's uncontrollable, when it's an addiction, when it's over the norm, it is more than just you and that one person. And you have to do multiple things, and you have a high appetite these demons is at play. These are the names. So you can identify them in this life. Rewind this tape if you need to. Asmodeus, prince of lust, he desires a mortal woman named Sarah, and jealousy murdered 7 of her husbands. Listen, you got women, you got men that lust after these women. It doesn't matter what sex you are. You could be a feminine or a masculine. We have both dominance inside. One of them has to lead. Some of them, one has to lead and the other one sit down inside and the other one take over. You got to know which one to use when it's called for. We all have masculine and feminine. This is why it needs to be a balance. I'm not going to go there yet. Pay attention. This is why these women, when you look at them, they look pretty, they look attractive. You don't know what they do. They do dark things. These women, they can kill their husbands. Husbands can kill their wife. Why? Because they got secrets. Secrets. Secret society, secret weapons, secret knowledge, secret this. Everything's a secret. So if everything's a secret, then you can't believe that they are telling us the truth. How? It's secret societies, 33rd degree Mason. You got all kinds of things that keep a secret. You get sworn in for everything, whether you're a cop or you go into a fraternity. Certain levels you go, they want you to be sworn in. You got to be honored. You got to be committed to whatever the duties are that's under this spirit that they call God. So everybody's going to say it, no matter who you are. And they knew they would get us, no matter who we are when we came in. They know when you're coming in. They know when you're going out. Some of them's responsible for how you go out. Don't say, well, no, that's not true. Then I can't. No. If you choose to call that God, your God, that God gets the right and to oversee how you go out. You know how I know? Go watch Kinfolk on YouTube. Watch his channel. Watch Sister So-So. They are telling you in the industry how it go. Know your birthday. They know your name. They pick some names or whatever, how they do it. I don't have to be well versed in it. It's other people that is. That's their thing. I'm just telling you, pointing you in the right direction so you can see how we miss the errors and how we miss the mark and go about the errors of our ways because we didn't think it was another way to live. It's two. It's not just one way. It's two. It's 2 ways. And these women do certain things to off you because they look beautiful. You don't know what they'll do to try to keep you. If you got something that they can take and that they can use, they'll use you. They're called sirens. They are the mermaids, whether you believe in it or not. Spirits. They look beautiful. Some of them could sing, but their hearts is darkened with disdain. They have nothing to grow. There's no love there. It's darkened with pain. They did not want to grow. They did not let go of sustain. Substance, you need something to be something of you. You need something deeper to get you somewhere where you can grow and say, the Lord loves me. Why don't I love myself the way the Lord loved me? It gave you something to think about. Well, that's what it did to me. If the Lord is our best, why won't I be my best for the Lord? Is it my dress? Is it my dressing only? No. Yes, you should carry yourself and look beautiful. I like to look my natural me. I like my own beauty. I like what I see. So I love everything. So I fall. Because if I fell for everybody and I gave everything away, and I love people, I did. But what happens when those same people or people don't give you the same love? Do you stop or should you stop giving up and pouring love back into you? If nothing else loves you, you should always go back and love yourself. Fill your own cup. Be your own love. Be gentle with yourself. Go back over the mistakes you made so you could correct yourself. That's the best thing you could do. A lot of times we take time to worry about everything else. We give more time to the games and people that we like, that we admire, but we don't take enough time to really sit down and admire ourselves for the things we've been through, how rough it was, what it took for us to get to the next level, what it took for us to go to get over some things, to challenge ourselves, to challenge ourselves, to get over some things in life. It was challenging. And surely what I'm saying to you is sometimes we have to love ourselves enough that even if we don't have everything, do you have everything you need that the Lord gave you? Even if I don't have and things taken away or people do things, and it is a warfare. It is a spiritual warfare. So I walk with the Lord. I thank God for my covering, because if you're not covered, you need something. Surely if these demons is running rampant and the spirits is jumping from soul to soul, and you exposing your body, you selling your soul, and you doing things that the things can attach to you. You don't have to be an evil person. You just have to be next to them. You have to be connected. Be connected to no one. Leave them. If you're not sure who's who, stay to yourself until the Lord reveals who's who. Now, you should think about why at this time. I'm going to say people are probably going to still do it. I'm not telling nobody what to do, but you can't say it wasn't told to you. Nobody never told me you should not be having sex right now, especially people, especially the ones that said that I'm someone that God appointed. I'm a preacher. If you work in a church and you're not married, or you are married and you're having sex and you have multiple partners, or you just let go, or you still dibbling dabbling, but you're calling yourself a man or a woman of God, I'm calling out imposters. There's a lot of fakers. The Lord said, tell the truth, shame the devil, and don't lie. If your truth shake the bones, then surely the bones needed to be shaped. It's correction that needs to be made. Everything is not terrible. Everything is not a disaster. Everything is not an earthquake. It just feels like that because there's something that needs to let go of a God, of a spirit or a system or something, surely that we was familiar with, a way of acting, a way of behaving. It's time to behave. It's time to grow up. It's time to be better than that. You don't want to? You see it as a problem? Never mind. It's okay. But don't beat the people or be angry at the ones that learn lessons in their life to being better than what they was. Not better than you, but if you say somebody's better and then they say, well, you think you better than me? You think you better than everybody? If you say that and the person say yes, are you going to get upset? You said it. It was your thoughts. It was your version. It was your mouth. If the person say, I would say, yes, not to hurt anybody. I do think I'm better than myself than I used to be. If somebody's better version of themselves is better than someone else and they say, you think you're better than me, you shouldn't have said it, because then you should not see any competition, because nobody can be somebody else, no matter how much you look like them. Even if you think you could talk like them, but your spirit can never be the same. The same way our footprints and fingerprints is our own. What your taste buds are, it is your own. What you experience in your life is your own. You're going to experience things that even if you had a lookalike, even if you had a twin, if your twin wasn't there and it's not a part of your body, then you didn't experience everything the same in life. If you separate, you experience things separately in life. You can have similarities, but you can never be exactly the same. Your spirits were different from something in this life. Something separates the two. If you identify, I'll continue next time. I'm going to stop very short. It's my son. I gave you. Okay. Well, I did it that way so I can explain certain things so you can know which one is who. You can be able to know yourself so you can be able to choose, so you can understand that life is about lesson. The more you learn, the more you grow, the more you love yourself through your growth, the easier it gets. You'll start to get the hang of it. You got to let certain things go, even your old way of thinking. Beelzebub. 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 Prince of Gluttony. Lords of Flies, Chief Lieutenant of the Abyss. Gluttony. You know what that reminds me of? Thanksgiving. Because that's where we do most gluttony. We overcook. I'm just saying the spirits of how they do it. They put it in seasons. It's the 7 sins. If that can make sense, if you could find what those are, and then identify if any of those spirits are in you. If you have none, I made sure when I started looking at this, and I was reading, and I was like, yep, Lucifer, Prince of Pride, Fallen Angels. Look, you got to identify if any of these spirits is in you, because then you would know for certain the enemy can't use you. You don't have anything that it can attach itself to. You don't operate in any of these. When you detoxify yourself, it cannot use you. It can try to attack you, but it cannot get you. You have to have you have to have one or many of any of these type of energies, and you will circulate around the ones that have the rest of these energies. So you can see how you become a cluster of your own catastrophe. It's like drinking a bad cup of coffee. Lucifer, pride of the first fallen angels and ground ruler of hell, and all demonic armies obey his commands. I'm going to read that again. Lucifer is the prince of pride. So people that got pride and ego, those two things will connect you to all these ones, and it will take you down faster than you can blink your eyes. The ruler of hell, fallen angels, pride. You know who I am? Oh, I'm not gonna say sorry, even though I know I'm lying, or even if I'm wrong, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna never admit that I'm wrong. No problem. The universe will. To anybody believe or have these energies, it is not good. I'm reading them to you. If you know people that have that pride, it may not be to the darkest or deepest level, but if you can't apologize or feel that, no, even if you're wrong, we have to be able to say, I was wrong. If we was wrong about something, surely it's called accountability. We have to be able to do that. We have to be able to hold ourselves accountable as well as others. It's called principle. You can't be on his team and not have those principles. It don't go together. The Lord needs strong and corrected people. If the Lord is strong and mighty and said the Lord always tell the truth, do you think that he will pick lying people that walk around here that will work for him and say, surely I'm going to bless you or I'm going to give you favor? For what? You don't have nothing identical to me. You don't belong with me. You don't have no love for me. So surely I can't do nothing for you. I don't need you. You turn your back on me, you serve another God. I gave you everything and you turned on me. To turn on God is to turn on yourself. That means that you turn and you don't love yourself, so you gave up and you call another thing to give you all the things that is empty inside you, but to fill you up physically, tangibly, what you can see, touch, and feel. So it lets you not have a heart, so you don't have a conscience, so you don't think about the things and the pain that you cause as you traveling and hurting people with smiles and pain and smiles and giggles and love and companion. Oh, I showed up for you. I'm on your side. Surely you will have people to say, I was here for you. You're my equal. They have these spirits. You better be able to identify them, because when life happens, you'll find out how many of them is standing beside you. When you find it's none, thank the Lord Thank you, Lord, for your covering. Surely you've been watching me for the things I could not see. You surely send your ones for guidance. As angels, we do have spirit guides for those that believe. Abaddon was the first and the most respected of all of men worship. His person, his person as a god. I don't know, just as Horus worshiped his father, the emperor of all mankind in turn, first captain Abaddon, the sons of Horus, during the Great Crusade. Abaddon means destroying spirits. Now, listen to this part. Abaddon is the spirit that destroys. Abaddon destroys, is the son of Horus. Okay, it's a destroying spirits that has deceived mankind. Because man is he does not realize that he has been duped of a destroying spirit. Okay, so I'm gonna say it in this way. And so, where you get this stuff from? Well, when you do research and you understand what the attributes are, and you go to the Bible and you look at them, the Bible is a guide. It's not something that you look for and you say, "Well, it got power. It got things that you can use to defend yourself." It is a guide. It should be something to compare your real life to see if you're on the right track in this life. It's not something that you need to figure out how to figure out this life is hard. It's only hard because you said it. Now, if you know that these spirits, if you get away from them, it said to come out of this world. You are in the world, but don't stay here. Yeah. So.
Just pause it.
No, I'm finished. So I gave a little synopsis. That's my message. My message is growth and forgive and release and let go. Fall in love with yourself is my best and only advice. So you can know why, if the Lord loves you, why we should give ourselves our best. Because it's a spirit, it's a power that watches over us and give us things that we couldn't give ourselves, that love us and told us you shouldn't settle for nothing less. If I gave you my best, why do you hold on to things that's going to take you down, that's going to take you away from me? I'm saying these things and I say them to myself. Even when the enemy don't have love, do we supposed to show them love? Yes, but away from them. You don't need to stay there. You need to pray for them. Some of them don't know how to appreciate love. So you have to not use that part. You have to do it in a different way to show a different version of love. And sometimes it's uncomfortable, but it's for growth. And sometimes it's going to feel like, oh, you hurting my feelings. Oh, why would they say that? No, it's time for change. It's time to get out of those things and those people, because if we all the same and they can't teach you how to do better, they can't tell you to be better than what they know. Wow, we all know the same thing. We don't know nothing about growing to our better half of ourselves. You mean there's another side of life that we can be? Yes. Where I got to go to get it? Yourself. Find out where the goodness is at so you can fall in love with yourself. Spend time. Get to worship. If you want to worship something, worship yourself and the things and the corrections that you need to make you better. It's not being in the selfish way. It's working on the things that you need to correct to make you go a better way. Your road should be lighter if you're traveling a right way. That's my message, beloveds. I pray that I helped and I answered some questions as I went along. Peace, hope, and love. And call on your ancestors. I'll tell you, at this time, I thank God I'm an Aries. That's just my sun sign. It's called to be a lead by right. And so is all the other fire signs and all other signs. When you find out who you are, then you know why you are. If you went through something, then you know why you went through it. If you think about it and you understand what it made of you, why did you go through that? What was it supposed to teach you? What was you getting ready for? Why didn't you look and take another lesson? Look at yourself, go back and reflect some things about your life to see where you went some turns. Whatever turn you made that led to this. When I made this turn, this happened. And after this good thing happened. After this bad thing happened, then this got set up. And then I went into this. Then you could find out if you stayed on track or if you went off track. Find those things. I'll talk to you another time. I'll be back. Good day, good night, good evening. Peace and love.
Roger Bedactor, meet Ace Ventura. Is our head.
Hi, nice to meet you.